Okay. Okay, wait, hold up. All right.
No.
We good, boy?
Hello. Is this to that?
That's to me, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can put it down there too.
Sweet.
Barton, Smith Snowden, Spencer Fano, Devon Dampier. No formal format here, but if you could just say who you're directing your question to.
My question is to Devon. Coach referred to you as a coach on the field earlier on during spring ball. Having that responsibility for you coming into a new program, how you're able to handle that, and what are you looking forward to this coming season on the center?
Yeah. I mean, me being familiar with the offense already, I do feel like another coach out there. Everyone's trying to learn it, and I love teaching the new offense to guys that haven't learned it yet, because I kind of make it in a way where they're getting familiar with the things I've done. So there's times where people come in, like even receivers come into a new quarterback. We get to learn from scratch, the way that I personally like to do things, and I think that allows the comfort level between both of us to just excel. I'm proud to be a coach out there. I try to help my teammates as much as possible, and I let them critique me too. If they don't feel comfortable doing something, that's explained both ways. So just keep going on that path, and I'm excited.
How would you describe your leadership style?
My leadership style is, it's big on let me demonstrate it first. I hate to be the guy to come in and just start talking and telling people what to do. That's not me. I love to earn the respect of my teammates first, and then you go on from there. And just my leader style is uplifting and getting on people. Critiquing people, that's big. Obviously you want problems to be solved, but don't ever just get past when your teammates are doing great things. Allow them to know that they're doing great things, and they're going to keep taking strides.
Devon, how difficult was it to leave New Mexico?
My decision on leaving New Mexico was just a little easier, just because my coaches left. So the relationship I built with Jason Beck, I kind of wanted to stay with him going forward, and we were able to find this location together. We both liked what we could get out of the school, and we're both proud to be here.
Devon, how would you say your chemistry is with the wide receiver room so far?
Yeah, the receiver room is great. We're doing player-led practices, and I ain't gonna worry about any of them not showing up. If I set a time and I tell them to be somewhere, they're gonna be there. So just to have that as a a group that I can trust that they want to get better, that's all you can ask for.
What's your favorite part about playing in Jason Beck's offense?
My favorite part personally is just the trust level he gives me. Every play out there, there's multiple options of what I can do with the ball, and he makes the plays where I get to make that best decision every play. And I think having that freedom, I'm always in control of our destiny, and I feel like I make the best decisions on the field. I think that's what separates me as a quarterback, and just to be able to lead my team in that way is all I can ask for.
You've now been at Utah for about 6 months. What's been your favorite thing about the program in Salt Lake City in particular?
Yeah, culture. Knowing that, I don't think people understand. Everyone knows Utah. Utah's this specific team, and they really are. And coming in here in the transfer portal days, we're sticking to that. We're gonna stick to that slogan that we've been having, and we're about to take off.
Devon, why is it so important to treat your offensive line, the guy to your right, so important, take him to dinner, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, again, that family, that culture, you don't want, me personally, I don't find our relationship and, a guy like Spencer just to block from me because it's football, that's what he does. I want it to be a real brother thing where, I know my brother's protecting me, I know he's got my back, and, I'm happy I'm able to build that relationship with all my linemen where it's more than just you're blocking, you're doing what you're supposed to do, and I'm behind you throwing the ball. It's a lot more to that.
Spencer, how important is that relationship to you?
It's extremely important. I feel like just as an offensive lineman, having a relationship with the quarterback actually takes a lot of pressure off of our shoulders. If you have someone behind you that you trust, that is confident, that is going to get the job done, it's a lot easier for you as a lineman to get your job done. So it's pretty huge. Yeah.
How has Dampier made your job easier this year in spring ball and stuff already?
He's a guy that gets the ball out quick, or if he doesn't, he can go make a play on his own on his legs. So just my specific blocks, like I don't have to hold blocks for so long having Dev back there.
Devon, how different is Power 4 competition? I know some people will say, oh, you came from the Mountain West. It's got to be different. Do you see any difference? I know you've played Auburn. You've played other teams that were Power 4 level.
Yeah, for sure. I would say, there's a big difference in practices. Practices I thought just the offense was always doing good at New Mexico, you know what I mean? But coming here, I mean, you're going against top of the league. Utah's always been known for their defense, so the fact that I get to go against that every day, I've realized that I've gotten better since, these past 6 months. So it's a grind, and, I love it.
In what ways have you feel you've improved the most since you've been at Utah?
Yeah, again, just decision making. I think that's the biggest part of just being a quarterback, being able to keep moving that ball forward and trusting your guys when you need to trust them. And I think I'm just getting better at when times are getting quick, just not making the bad decision of turnovers. That's something I want to limit this year. So just, when things happen to feel quick in my mind, just not to make careless decisions.
What's your relationship like with Kyle Whittingham?
It's really good. There's never a time where Coach Witt walks by me and does not. It turns into a conversation every time. It's very rare that I've ever walked by him and it was just hi. It's never that. So the fact that he's always having a genuine conversation with me, not even talking about football. I don't remember the last time he asked me a football question. To be honest, it's always about how my family's doing and how I'm doing personally, and we go on from there.
You've got two guys over there that Kyle says may play on the offensive side of the ball. What does that mean to you that you've got guys on the defense that can also kind of play with you?
Yeah, those are guys dedicated to the program. Again, that culture. Everyone here, I know they're going to do what's best for the team. And, if they can help in any way, I'm glad those boys want to help. I got a couple time with them already, so, it's exciting.
For both of you, I'm curious your thoughts on the running back room, because you both have, different relationships with them, but what are your thoughts on the guys in that running back room so far?
Yeah, for me, those guys are getting after it. Leading the charge is obviously Wayshawn and Nakari Rogers. Both of them, I think they're leading their group well. And just to have both of them, the two punch, anytime either of them is in, I know the defense has to fear our run game.
Being able to play with them is, it's awesome. I feel like it's not too much different because I feel like in my time at Utah, I've been able to play with some really good running backs and like JJ, Makai. There's just been a lot of really good running backs that I've been able to block for. But having those two back there, it's been a lot of fun just because of how explosive both of them are. And they both have really different skill sets, but they're just so good. One of them ran into my back during the practices in spring ball. I'm not going to name who, but if it happens again, then I might have to turn around and smack him. Thought I'd add that in there.
Spencer, I'd be curious with Caleb Lomu on the other side. Just how do you guys compete with one another and push each other to get better?
I would say me and Caleb's relationship is like really unique. I feel like when it comes to specific trainings, like we can compete against each other, but I feel like when we're on the field, it's not really a competition. It's like me and him are both just doing our best to do our own jobs to propel the team forward. I feel like we might be competing and trying to just get better as players, but I don't know. There's not really a real competition between the two of us when it comes to being on the football field. That's like my best friend, man. Just me and him are just trying to rise together. Yeah.
What have you learned from maybe coaches or players about last season? And is there just kind of this fire of redemption and wanting to kind of write that season?
Yeah. I've learned last year Utah team that's not them. We made that very clear that that's not the normal, and we're not going to make that the normal at all. That's not us. So just going forward, that puts a chip on my shoulder. I want to be part of a program where we get back right where we've been at. So that's the goal going forward.
What's going to allow you to be so successful this year?
I mean, it starts at the O-line. Those boys, you went in the trenches, you can do a lot of things, and you can also run a lot of plays when, it's a scary sight when you can run any play, and up front's going to be good. So, that's going to be a huge part, and just the team and the culture. I mean, we're getting new players, and we're learning to adjust them to us. So, just being a family-oriented team, that's what takes you far in college football.
Spencer, you won't compete against your friend Caleb Bowman, but you do compete against your brother Logan Fano. How's that competition been, and how do you guys push each other?
It's been great. I mean, it's been the same way my entire life. It's like I can't escape this dude. I'm just kidding. But I've been going against the same dude my entire life, and it's been incredible just being able to go against him and be able to push myself against this same guy that I've been doing it with forever now. It's been awesome, and it's been so much fun to be here and get all these questions on who wins, me or Logan, and he's not able to defend himself. It's probably the best part. I think that's the best part about being here.
I mean, for you, you're projected as the first-round NFL draft pick. Do you feel any pressure knowing that you have a good year you're going to the NFL, or you just kind of block that out?
I feel like there is a little pressure there, but I feel like it's not that much. It's just I know what I have to do, and I feel like there's not a lot of pressure just because I know this is the situation that I've always wanted to be in. So if I've prayed to be in this chair, to be in this moment, why would I stress about it?
Devon, people love your iced out watch. You want to talk about it a little bit?
It is an Apple Watch. There's more use than just time. That's why I kept it Apple. So, yeah, that's it.